Hello and a massive welcome to this virtual presentation on apprenticeships at Bath College. Thank you for choosing to explore this option, and hopefully in clicking on this talk you've got interest in getting to know a little bit more about apprenticeships, maybe how they work, why they could be a good option for you, and you want to know about the types of apprenticeships that we run at Bath College, and more importantly how to apply. So first and foremost, what is an apprenticeship? An apprenticeship is a paid job with training leading to qualifications and much more. So effectively it's an alternative training and progression route into employment. However, unlike A-levels, college or university, you are actually learning alongside working a paid job. Whilst you're an apprentice, you're entitled to all of the same employer benefits that any other full-time member of staff at that company would have, such as holiday leave, access to pension schemes and other employer benefits that they may offer. A typical apprenticeship would see you in the workplace for 80% of the time, and then off-the-job training, as we call it, inside a college setting for the remaining 20% of the time. So on average, your apprenticeship week may look like 4 days in work and 1 day in college. It's important to note that as an apprentice, you wouldn't be expected to work any more than 40 hours per week. Apprenticeships come in a range of levels, which is fantastic as it means there should be a suitable option for everyone regardless of your previous education. So for example, if you're worried that you didn't quite achieve the grades you were expected in school and therefore you may not be eligible to start an apprenticeship, then I would actually say there's still lots of great options out there for you. At Bath College we run apprenticeship levels all the way from level 2 to level 7. And these range from intermediate to degree level, and they're equivalent to things so at level 2, 5 GCSEs graded A star to C, or in the new terms levels 9 to 4. At level 3 we run a wide range of apprenticeships, and these are equivalent to 2 A levels or a level 3 diploma, and then as you can see there as well we also do run levels 4 and above, which came out all the way up to bachelor's or master's degree. Each apprenticeship will vary in length, and it depends what subjects you're doing these apprenticeships in, but I would say anywhere around intermediate to level 2 or maybe level 3 you're looking at around 12 to 24 months, so 1 to 2 years, and then anything from level 4 upwards I would say on average you're looking at 2 to 4 years to complete that apprenticeship. But it's important to see these levels as tiers, and you can move up and through the levels as your training continues. I'd imagine one question you've probably already asked yourself before clicking on this presentation is why choose an apprenticeship over, say, other full-time or part-time training options? And that'd be a fantastic question to ask yourself. And the answer really comes down to you. If you're thinking that you no longer want to study full-time in a classroom setting, then I'd say probably an apprenticeship is a great option to explore. Also, consider what is your learning style. Are you someone who learns better by doing and enjoys practical tasks opposed to reading and writing? Then again, I'd say an apprenticeship is worth exploring. The final thing is to think about what is your end goal. And a lot of competitive industries, when recruiting newly qualified individuals, will be looking at two things. One, the qualification that you've gained, and two, how much experience you have of actually working in that industry. And a lot of competitive employers now are looking for 2 years worth of work experience in the industry. Therefore, for me, picking an apprenticeship could give you that little bit more overall development and that good combination of theory and hands-on experience that for some employers may make you look more employable and give you an edge over others trying to start out in that industry. Like choosing a full-time study program, an apprenticeship is going to give you that vital theory and that good background knowledge for your chosen study area. However, you will also gain many more practical skills and have a lot more opportunities to regularly practice and perfect those technical abilities than you would just in the classroom. As well as that, I'd say you're getting that experience of those real scenarios and developing softer skills. So you're going to have a lot more opportunity to be communicating with customers. You're going to be building resilience when faced with pressure in a busy work environment. And you're going to be able to adapt to those real work environments, ultimately making you more industry ready or more employable. At Bath College, we have a wide range of apprenticeship areas, again meaning that there's likely an option for you. We are the largest apprenticeship provider in Bath for apprentices, and we are looking to see where else we can develop. So at first glance, if there isn't anything here for you, then please still do get in touch and ask the question, as we are always looking for new and exciting apprenticeships. We do have a few in the pipeline as well, and if it is something completely new to us, then we're still willing to explore it and see if it is something we can run with facilities, etc. permitting. But again, each of these areas on the screen, I'm not going to go through each and every one of them, but can be broken down into a variety of levels and quite a lot of apprenticeships in each one that we can offer. So please do get in touch regarding any of these. What I would say as well, in regards to the areas that we offer, we are very, very fortunate at Bath College that we work with some fantastic companies. And these include large national companies as well as smaller local businesses, of which it is key to support. I'm not going to go into too much detail around frameworks and standards, but it is important to know that the way in which apprenticeships are run. And this has changed this year. So in the past, they were run through something called frameworks, which had a lot more assessment points throughout your apprenticeship. However, after the work conducted by Trailblazers, who was effectively a lot of businesses getting together, and they were the voice and they were able to say how they would like an apprenticeship to be run. So they've come together and they've said basically everything that they would like the learner to do and what they would like them to learn. And then now apprenticeships going forward from April this year have changed to these new standards in which you as an apprentice would build a portfolio over a year, 2 years, however long your apprenticeship is. And this could be things such as recording videos or pictures of you doing the work. It could be witness statements and testaments from your employer, and it could be the assessor coming out and just checking that your training is progressing along nicely. However, how it works now, in order to pass your apprenticeship, is a pass or fail endpoint assessment. And an external endpoint assessor will come out and they will monitor you in your setting, in your workplace, and they will be checking that you can conduct a range of different skills and abilities that you have learned over the last year, 2 years, and not only that you can perform them, but you can perform them safely. So, why pick Bath College to do your apprenticeship? We genuinely believe in quality from the off. So from the very beginning, we want to ensure that our students' best interest comes first. And in order to do that, before starting any apprenticeship, we will ensure that we do an in-depth assessment of your skills. And this includes your maths, your English, your ICT capabilities, and also do a bit of a background into your industry skills. So what knowledge do you have in that industry? The reason we do that is we want to ensure that you're going to be entering an apprenticeship that is the right level for you, but also of interest for you. We don't want to set anyone up on the wrong path or something that they may not be able to achieve. Some people that come to us already have an employer in mind that they want to do their apprenticeship with. However, if you don't have one, we will try our best to try and find you one. And what I mean by that is we are determined to finding only the best employers, and we're only willing to work with companies that are committed to investing in you, and they are willing to develop your skills, and they are willing to put in the effort and make sure you develop as a person, and they pass our capability checks. Once you're signed up to an apprenticeship, you'll have your very own assessor who has experience from working within your industry, and they're going to conduct regular reviews, they're going to set targets and keep you on track towards your endpoint assessment and make sure that everything runs smoothly. We're going to be working to develop other employability skills such as soft skills as well. We're going to set you clear destination points, whether that could be moving on to another level of an apprenticeship or straight into full-time work, etc. And I'm going to cover that a little bit more on the next slide. The reason we run these apprenticeships is because we want to make sure there's pathways and jobs available for you. Okay, so you have that clear destination point. All of the apprenticeships that we run, we have designed around the area needs. So these are the needs set out by the West of England, and we know that in the next few years there's going to be a wide variety of opportunities and jobs available for yourselves in these areas, and that's why we've chosen those apprenticeships to run. Any more questions on that, again, please feel free to get in touch. So, if this is something that you feel that you want to know a little bit more information about, or you just want to see out of general interest what's out there and how to apply, then this is probably the best way to apply. So you can go on the www.gov.uk/apply for apprenticeship, and in there you'll be able to search and see what apprenticeships are out there, and most importantly you'll be able to filter out what's in there or what's out there in your area. So you'll be able to search by radius, and that's something to consider, just because you want to make sure if you are committing to apprenticeship, are you going to be able to get there every day, whether it's via the bus, train, drive, walk, is it accessible? The other thing you could do, which I highly encourage, is to look on our website. Ultimately, just go on there just to see what apprenticeships are available. We've got some current vacancies on there, but there's also a lot more information for employers, for parents, guardians, and for yourself on there. But also, if all else fails, please email us any inquiries or questions at apprenticeships@bathcollege.ac.uk, and we'd love to hear from you. There's no such thing as a wrong question. We will help you out. So, some frequently asked questions that we get around apprenticeships is, what is the national minimum wage for an apprentice? This has gone up as of April this year. For anyone under 18 it's £4.15 per hour. For anyone 18 to 20 it's £6.45 per hour, and anyone over 21 it's £8.20 per hour. However, what I would say is this is starting to become a lot more competitive, and similarly to advertising a job, employers recognise that to increase their chances of getting a good apprentice, they have to offer competitive salaries. So that is the minimum wage, that is the minimum they have to offer, but a lot of apprentices are offering a lot more competitive salaries. Number 2, are there more males than females that start on apprenticeships? At the moment, the answer is still yes. However, that gap is closing, which is fantastic to see, and we are starting to get a lot more females entering into apprenticeships that previously have been sort of limited areas such as engineering and technologies, and it's great that gap is starting to close, and something that we want to continue to do. Number 3, are apprenticeships only for 16 to 18 year olds? The answer is no. So it is a preconception that it is only for 16 to 18 year olds. There is no upper age limit, and that's great as well, because we are starting to see a lot of people in their 50s, 60s who all of a sudden realise that they're not going to be retiring soon, and they want a career change, want to mix it up completely, and they want to train in something new, and that's something we highly encourage actually, and it's very exciting. So no, the question is, or the answer is no, you can definitely start an apprenticeship past 18 years old. Number 4, can you get fired if you're an apprentice? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. Like we said before, you get the same employee benefits, and therefore you are also expected to act and behave the same as anyone else employed at that company. So you will have the same expectations, you will have to turn up on time, and you will have to do the job. If not, you could be at risk of getting warnings or fired. Question number 5, can you get a degree through an apprenticeship? Yes is the answer to that. Like we said before, we run apprenticeships all the way up to level 7, which is the equivalent to master's degree. Level 6 is a bachelor's degree as well. This video here, I recommend clicking on YouTube. It's a fantastic video just showing about how exciting apprenticeships have become and the range of apprenticeships that are out there. And like I said before, if you have any questions, please do get in touch at that apprenticeships@bathcollege.ac.uk email. We'd love to hear from you, and we can then arrange phone calls or emails back to answer your questions. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that it's been beneficial, and please take care.